How's it going, y'all? Today we're going to be doing a little Surf and Turf Deluxe Raw Edition. I'm talking raw beef and I'm talking raw salmon, the combination. You might think that's weird. I think it's a little bit weird too myself, but I think it's a pretty popular thing over here in Korea. Whenever I'm looking at the delivery apps, I see a bunch of them. And actually the place I ordered from, the name of it is called Raw Beef Prince, Salmon Princess. So they really fall into it. There's a lot of places with similar names as well. I picked up the combination for 16 bucks. So everything in this unmarked white bag could be yours for a suspiciously low price. I gotta say, I paid higher amounts of money for things that I don't necessarily have to trust the quality on. So we'll see about this. Hopefully I survive the night. Right on the top, we have a bunch of sauces and such. And here is the star of the show. Also, we do have some chopsticks. Yeah, not looking too bad at all. It does have a plastic cover on it right now. Let me take that off. Give you a slightly better view without the stare. Would you just look at that? I'll tell you what right now, if you don't like raw food or raw meats or fishes, you might want to vacate out of here real quick. But it looks pretty good to me. I gotta admit, I'm not hungry at all. I ate something earlier. So this is gonna be a true taste test. Let's see what kind of sauces we got. Right off the bat, we got a little packet of soy sauce. Also have some, what appears to be samjang, which is usually eaten with like, if you ever go to a Korean barbecue place, gotta have this. And here, can't really see it too well, a little bit of sesame oil mixed with salt, another classic thing you would see at barbecue restaurants. So I'm not really sure how to eat all this stuff, to be honest with you. There's so many combinations that I'm sniffing already. In here, we have a few more things. We have some wasabi. So there's like 2 big clumps of wasabi that they gave me. We have some flying fish roe over here and some kind of tartar sauce, I'm guessing. And I feel like this is some kind of maybe vinegary chili sauce that is commonly eaten with kind of raw fish over here. Let me give you a closer view of the main course as well. So here is the raw beef. Got a nice little sheen to it. It's looking pretty good. And it looks like they cracked a little bit of maybe black pepper or something right on top. Decent amount of pieces right there, and same with the salmon, I gotta admit. Looks like underneath the salmon is a bed of raw white onions, and we also have some kind of sprouts over here, more wasabi. Then over here, we got, let me just tell you, man, we have so much stuff here. They gave me 2 soy sauces. I'm getting overwhelmed by all this stuff. But yeah, if you like free sides and sauces and dips, Korea, they're really good at that. Anyway, it appears that there are capers in here, as well as some kind of radish, maybe some pickled ginger, and some, maybe, I think these are Chinese onions, just little mini guys. Alright, so not a whole lot of food here, but like I said, I already did eat something today. But this will be the last meal I eat today, and we're going to be starting a little challenge, starting today. I'm not going to talk about it until tomorrow's video, if I survive this. It's really affordable, inexpensive raw meat. So let me just start off playing with a piece of this beef. I guess I should give you one close-up of a single slice here. Looks pretty quality, I don't know. Going in. Oh yeah. That's quality. That's tasty. Love the little black pepper addition to this. I'm pretty sure I've had raw beef sashimi before, but I could count on one hand how many times, and I don't remember the last time. That is good. Very tender. No weird kind of flavors that I'm getting out of it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they did kind of coat this with a little sesame oil and that pepper, maybe a little salt as well, just to give it a little extra flavor, but not much, just a very subtle small amount. Let me go ahead and try one of these pieces of the salmon. This also is looking pretty good. Love the color. Yeah, good little thickness to it. Not too big, not too small. Going in. It's been a while since I have had just raw foods, I feel like. Probably hasn't been since Japan. Oh shit, idiot. So we were gonna have a weird audio situation here. I forgot to reclip my mic. I had to check on something, so I apologize for that. You know, almost, 6.5 years now of doing this, and I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's life. Anyway, we have a ton of different combinations to go through. Maybe let's cleanse the palate a little bit with this ginger. And then try a combo here. So we're not going to be able to try out every single combo, but we're going to do what we can. Let me go in for a piece of this with some of this. This is the salt and sesame oil mix. And I think it's already coated on here, but I think just to bring it out a little bit more, give it a little bit extra flavor there. I don't know what countries really eat this kind of thing, but I'll tell you what, eating it like that, like Korea, they do have like it's called yukhae. It's kind of our carpaccio, perhaps. Is that not it? Like a tartare type of deal, and it does have, I think, kind of sesame oil flavors and stuff like that. And so this does really remind, like, it brings thoughts of Korean food to my mind when I do eat it like this. What else could I add to this? Maybe some of the sprouts. I like that. It's super clean. It tastes fresh. It tastes relatively healthy. And it tastes good, damn good. And like I said, I'm not hungry, so this is a true test. All right, let me try some. There's a bed of white onions under here. So this is a classic way to eat kind of raw salmon over here. Get some onions. Or I don't know, maybe it's a Japanese thing. And then a little tartar sauce in there. You get a little mixture like that, a little combo. Wow. So the salmon tenderness is next level. I mean, this is tender, and then this is just like butter. This is more tender than butter. That piece of salmon I had was more tender than butter, which is probably too tender, to be honest with you, but I'll take it. I would be remiss if I didn't try it with any soy sauce, though. So we're going to put some of this soy sauce in with the wasabi. I'm a wasabi fiend when it comes to stuff like this. They'll always give it to you kind of on the side, and you can mix in however much you want. I always go in for the full mix. So, yeah. Shout out to everyone else who does that too. The salmon with the soy sauce and wasabi. Classic. Yep, it's classic. Better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. Sometimes raw food, look, I'm not eating raw food every day, every week. It's something I eat sparingly, I guess. Not because I don't think it's good. It just, I'm not craving it all the time. Well, to be fair, look, these days I'm filming, maybe 5 videos a week. This could be weird. And so if I have like a couple of days to actually eat a regular meal, I'm probably not choosing this. Anyway. Like that. I'm liking that a lot. We have the samjang. So this is something you'd usually see at a Korean barbecue restaurant. Every time you get a piece of lettuce, you put in the meat, you put in the samjang, you put in garlic or kimchi or whatever else you want to put in there, wrap it up and eat it. But you can't forget this. Never exclude this in your Korean barbecue wraps, lettuce wraps. Actually, let me try. I've never had it with this, and I heard this was a popular way to eat it. So, samjang and raw salmon. Yo, I might have found a new combo. I'm getting new combos that I could never have comprehended before. Damn, that's actually fire. Dude, that is freaking... That was the best piece so far. Damn. Let me try something. Let me go crazy with it then. Let me try the raw beef with some of the soy sauce and wasabi mixture we have over here. Yo. All right. That was fire. Let me just tell you right here and right now. I'm going to have to get this again. This would be perfect to eat alongside something like a sake, maybe like an old school natural style soju, not the cheap stuff, but like a decent soju, or even like a wine or a whiskey or whatever, just like a decent alcohol. And you could definitely take some time and appreciate the flavors. And so far, all the combinations, even though I didn't really expect them to work, have worked. I mean, dare I double down on the fish? Let me take some of this flying fish roe, put that on top of the salmon, and then just try one of these. I don't go crazy about flying fish roe. I know a lot of people who do. There's a lot of restaurants that you go to where if you'll order like a side, you can order extra side of whatever, steamed eggs or, rice or whatever, and they'll include this in the side. And usually I say, hey, can I get the side without this? Because it just it's there. I just don't want it to be there in those situations, but that was interesting. Like, if you're giving me flying fish roe, let me just double down on it. Fish on fish, or fish eggs with more fish, instead of putting them in eggs or putting them in rice. I don't know. Let's see, what have I not tried? I guess I haven't tried this sauce over here. Okay, that's super sweet. Super sweet. You got that chili in it though. Not really spicy. It's just kind of a sweet chili spice sauce. But more sweet than anything, honestly. I could see this being good for maybe more intense, raw fish products. I mean, it almost kind of takes away from the salmon, in my opinion. But for me, something that had more chew to it, a raw piece of fish that was more chewy. I would kind of want to add some flavor to that to make it a little bit more palatable for my palate. That's when I would use this intense sauce right here. Probably. I don't know. Running low on food. I probably should have gotten more, but it is what it is. Man, I'm gonna have to go. Damn. Dare we do the beef and the tartar sauce, man? I'm just going crazy with it now because I'm just looking for new combos, man. This could be bogus. That's a miss. One thing that is really popular these days, well, it has been for a few years now, to be fair, but going to a Korean barbecue place and they'll give you wasabi. The first few years I lived here, I really never saw that. And then the past few years I lived here, it seems like every freaking Korean barbecue place and their monkeys Korean barbecue place is including some kind of wasabi. So wasabi and this, I think I already did kind of try this with the soy sauce as well, but I like that. I do like that. Capers. I forgot the capers. All right, I got one piece of meat left. We're putting capers on it. I guess. Those are probably for the salmon, but, I don't care. Dare I dip this in the sesame oil and salt mixture? Have I done this yet? I'm losing track, man. Oh! That's a new flavor. I think I dabbed a little bit too much. Just a little dab will do on that, but that was actually really good. I'll be honest, this is opening my eyes. Can't lie. All right, one last piece of meat with capers. I like that. Really like that. This is what I would say would be like a Asian style cheese platter. You know what I mean? Because you get the crackers and the cheese and the meats and the olives and everything, and you can maybe take a cracker with this and that, and then the next one you get that with that and this. And you're switching it up, and same thing here. And I'm loving it. All right, last piece. I got to go back to my favorite combo of today, probably. Samjang and the salmon. Yeah, you don't need too much for that one either. A little bit will do you. That's delicious. I got a lot of extra sauces and stuff that I don't need, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I thoroughly enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. Hopefully I can figure out the audio situation. I apologize. I know it's probably going to be crap, but, you know, sorry. I'm just getting out of here for now, so thank you for watching this one. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.